Alright guys, another day, another adventure. Now in Sao Paulo. This is the outskirts of Sao Paulo. It's really great. Every time I come to Sao Paulo it's always grey for some reason. People always think of Brazil as always being sunny. I've been to Sao Paulo for like about 7 times now, and but each time is only for a day because I'm only passing through to Rio de Janeiro. I mean, people say Sao Paulo is like the best now because like people there are really the best kind of people, like really nice, really open. Every time I meet a Paulista, they're just the best in the world. Like Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais, and Sao Paulo people are just the salt of the earth, kind of really best people you'll ever meet. Ask anyone that's met a Paulista or someone from Minas Gerais. Usually, anyway, about 90% of the Sao Paulistas are really nice. You do get the dangerous types everywhere. But the rough, not the dangerous types, but they're just the annoying types. Don't want to give them a compliment calling them dangerous. They're just annoying and stupid. But yeah, I'm on my way back to Rio de Janeiro now. This is the outskirts of Sao Paulo, much more chill. As you can see, it's kind of not favela like the houses there. Not favela like they look like it, but they're not. They're actually kind of big houses, nice houses like this place. Just visit my friend now. So, nice place, nice kitchen. But yeah, I'm gonna do a tour now. Sao Paulo, gonna walk through. Gotta go to the bank, pick up my payday money, and yeah, I'm gonna walk through to the city. Staying over visiting a friend last night. Now I'm back on my way to Rio de Janeiro. So yeah, well, think about what talk about this video because I don't like to prepare videos because it seems kind of fake when you prepare them. So I'll just be natural. Yeah. Just been to Paraguay. The Paraguayan girls there. I'll do a sum up of because everyone travels, usually for girls or sex or that kind of stuff. Some people do anyway, not all of them, obviously. There's usually like a small portion of people that do, because everyone needs sex at the end of the day, and everyone needs intimacy to touch people. But I like to concentrate on myself, and that's going to lead to success. Because without success, you can't get anything. So yeah. But yeah, the Paraguayan girls, I was in Paraguay for 2 months, just over holidays, and all the time there I was just sleeping, just so relaxed. It's the most, like, hey, the air feels good. Hey, like, you can breathe in the air, it feels clean. Even though I'm in this kind of city life, you feel like you do in Rio de Janeiro, the air, you feel full of energy. But in Asunción, it's just kind of, don't feel dirty, but like you don't have the energy, like you don't feel really alive because you feel like it's a dead city. No one ever does anything. It's a really quiet kind of a dead city. Where here there's lots of competition always. People have the stressful environment. There's always pushing them. Not stress, but it kind of pushes them. And especially in the inner city with the the metro. That's really gives a kick up the arse. The way it's always go like New York. Like New York is. People say New York is. Sorry, Paulo is New York. And Rio de Janeiro is like LA. But yeah, I don't like people talking like this because it just sounds really ignorant. You sum up kind of cities and you sum up people and this kind of stuff. So I'll do a proper talk about the real things in life when I do the tour. But yeah, this is just people who want to get an overview of what things are like. But yeah, I'll just go that way. I think it's that way in the main city. I have no idea because if I try and do a tour of Sao Paulo in a bit, it's impossible because Sao Paulo is huge. You hear everyone talk about Sao Paulo. It's huge. It's like 10 times the size of any kind of normal city. So if I do a tour of Sao Paulo, it's not really doing a tour of Sao Paulo, it's like 1%, it's not even 1% of Sao Paulo because you'll just get lost. I have no idea which way the city is now because it's just huge beyond anything. Yeah, I just miss the sea, I miss nature, I miss that kind of thing. That's the real things that gives real life, where you feel alive. You just feel human, you feel yourself, and you feel at your best when you're warm in nature, the sea, the sun, the nature, the leaves, and jungle and everything. That's what I love about Rio. But you gotta put up with the daft people there. You gotta put up with the good and the bad. There's always good and bad with everything. The good and bad with Asunción. The girls there are really nice, pretty good looking. Not like knockout good looking like kind of Argentina, but obviously if they're knockout good looking then they're going to be absolutely crazy and absolutely retarded. Because they don't have, if they're constantly under stress from Instagram and all that kind of shit. So they never have the strength to show up. And it's kind of like in Paraguay. It's too sleepy, it's too much of a sleepy city. It's too, people there are really polite, really nice, but kind of fake nice. Just too fake all the time. They don't have the strength to say the truth or get into arguments or anything like that. They just, stay indoors, watch Netflix, eat chocolate, stay within your circle, stay within your family, obey what your school says, obey what your family says, obey what your friends say. Just obey, and keep nice, be a nice little Catholic school girl or Catholic school guy, and just obey everything that society says, and they're kind of stupid. They really are kind of dim. I'm kind of getting annoyed in South America now. I've been here for like 3 years, and it's nice to meet an English person sometimes when you can have a proper conversation with, because the intelligence level in most of Latin America is just absolutely retarded. Like, they're so slow. I think it's the diet though. I blame it on the diet. Most of the cheese, all the cheese, no vegetables. So the brain doesn't work. The brain doesn't have any, real minerals or vitamins from real vegetables that clean the organs. It gets the organs up and running. You just feel sick after a while of eating the food there. You feel bloated and sick, and you just don't feel that strength, that energy that you get them from vegetables. Like, when you go back to England, you have the Sunday dinner, and you just feel like you can run a marathon straight after a Sunday dinner, after the protein, all the vegetables, and everything you ever need in a meal. And that's what I miss about the Sunday dinners. And that's one thing I miss about England the most: the proper food and the convenience of it. But here it's hard to get vegetables, especially on the go. So if you do, it's always covered in pastries usually. But the juices here are the best. The juices here, best in the world. Especially in Rio de Janeiro, the tamarindo, cupuaçu, best thing that makes you feel healthy. But yeah, your people are just so stupid, like really slow. Like, you ask anyone for directions. I mean, as you can see, I'm not lying, because other people you find in videos, they just try and be nice and try and make the place look nice, and trying to always just be nice just because they're a foreigner, so they have to be polite and everything, all that kind of bullshit. But I've been here for 3 years in South America. I'm saving up now to get out for a nice place, to buy a nice place in Rio de Janeiro. I'm going to buy a nice apartment there, soak up the sea in the sun. Yeah, one thing I never hear anyone say, because obviously people have to be really nice, really polite, and goody two shoes and that kind of fake stuff that I hate. But which leads nowhere to anything good if you're just looking for security. Like, that's what most Latin Americans like. I mean, mostly because they know danger, so they're always scared. They're always scared of stepping out of their comfort zone, stepping out of the family, stepping out of their social circle, and it's the biggest waste ever. They don't understand the real people of Europe, the real all nice, cool people, to get along with, they're secure and everything. But yeah, if you stop and talk to anyone who can't speak English, usually older people, usually like the young kind of students, they speak good English. But if you start to any kind of police guard or any kind of guy who's just standing around, they would just ask them questions, even in Portuguese or Spanish. They'll understand the question, but they'll take about 5 seconds for it to register. Like, they're not on the go, they're not with it. Like, I asked for directions in Portuguese yesterday, and it was like, they're just like that kind of zombies. I mean, obviously they don't look like zombies, they look healthy, but they just don't have that, I don't know, they're not with it. Maybe it's the heat, maybe it's the faintness, and obviously the bad diet, the cheese, constant cheese all the time, bad meat. So yeah, I blame that. It sounds like I'm constantly complaining, but I've been here for 3 years, so I'm honest. But yeah, the girls in Paraguay, they're really, like, the girls are really intelligent. Like, the young girls, like 18 and stuff like that, they're really intelligent. But it's the biggest waste because they never follow through in it. Even in Argentina, I'm in love with Argentinian girls' intelligence, just their intelligence and the way they talk, like poetry, like about literature and everything, and the way they know English better than any of their parents. But they've ever done. Like, you can't stop and speak English with a 40-year-old or a 50-year-old, like in Buenos Aires or Rio de Janeiro, and talk English. But it's weird, like the younger 20-year-old girls and stuff like that, they speak like English like fluently, better than any English person. But it's the biggest waste, the ignorance here in Latin America. They've become so scared of stepping out of the comfort zone. And they don't say they're scared, they blame it on something else, obviously, because they're too proud. They never say, I'm not strong enough to show up. They never say that. Except for if the Brazilian, because Brazilians are real. They have the nature and everything. They're the most realist, adorable, best people in the world, especially if you go to Minas Gerais. And that's why they look so beautiful without makeup. You never find a Brazilian, hardly any Brazilian, with tons of makeup on. If they live near the sea, especially. But they're just so naturally beautiful. And that isn't just the sea, that's just the strength for their real things in life: sex, life, adventure. Not sex, I thought sex first, but I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say, like, life, adventure, the real things in life. But obviously, I hate the bad reputation it got for being a sex tourism place, because that really made it kind of fascist and ignorant. But obviously every place is like that. You go to any place, people go to any place looking for sex or to, you know, something they see on the TV or some kind of media that's deluded them. And they do that. And it's not just Brazil, but Brazil, you went to their head thinking that it's just them, but it isn't. It's that same with every country. They get that reputation. Every single country you go to, but everybody needs sex. You know, everyone needs the kind of health fulfillment that comes from it. At the end of the day, on a long enough timeline. But yeah. But these days, society is created by insecure men that tell women, "Oh no, don't do this, don't go with that guy, stay within your social circle, because I'm paranoid that you'll have sex with him. I don't want you having fulfillment or enjoyment, so I'll make up lies." And that's all around Latin America. So I'm looking forward to getting to Eastern Europe, where people a bit more laid back, because I think I've almost done the adventure I need here. I've got to do Pedro de Telegrafo, which is this huge cliff. I did it last year, but I want to do it again properly with a proper camera, because I didn't have a proper camera last time. So I want to get a GoPro and do some surfing and do some MMA back in Rio de Janeiro, have the real life after resting and sleeping all the time in the sunshine. All the time I was just sleeping there in the sunshine, because it's such a peaceful, too peaceful, like nothing to do. People only stay in the social circle, and it's just pretty ignorant, and it causes a lot of frustration at the end of the day. And you have these girls who like sex me all the time, like, they text me, they follow me on Instagram from finding me on Tinder or something, and like I've had about 5 girls that text me, like they text me, like, "Oh, say fuck me, do this to me," and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, if I say that, I know you're not going to turn up for real life, so it's just going to be a waste. And these are these like 18-year-olds, you know, usually almost virgins or virgins. Usually they've had like sex with like usually one boy or something, and they want to experiment. But they waste it because they don't turn up. Because I say okay, and I tried every like kind of tactic, you know, to get them to turn up, being secure, being the, you know, nice, not the nice guy, but you know, being the secure kind of safe guy, saying okay, we can meet at Plaza Uruguay or whatever, then, and you can sum for yourself if you want to come back to me, my hotel. If you're not, no worries. There's no stress. There's no worries, you know, that. But and then they just don't turn up. They're all about, come over here, I want to sex you, I want to fuck you, I want to do this to you, what are you going to do to me, daddy, and all this kind of stuff, and sexing me like non-stop, and sending pictures and videos and everything. Obviously if you don't respond, if you play that hard to get. But then if you say, okay, let's meet here, and that's it, it's like, oh no, I would never go through it in real life, that's too stressful. They never say that, they just come up with excuses that make you look bad, obviously, because they're too proud. But yeah, and that's what really needs to change, because no Paraguayan ever makes it. They usually end up miserable, like a lot of Argentinians do. They usually hit like 25 or whatever, and the girls are really frustrated, really covered in 10 times of makeup, doing drugs, doing alcohol, because they never fulfilled that need. They never had the strength to show up, and it's the biggest waste. But yeah, there's a good and bad of everything. That's why I need to go back to Rio, just have the sea and adventure, the real things in life. People are just too paranoid and too full of bullshit in this day and age to ever follow through in anything real. You do get the 1%, obviously, but there's always a catch, you know, so never chase people, never depend on people. The only thing that doesn't lie is nature and what you do in life. You know, so I'm going back to the beach and living on the beach and doing MMA, doing things I love, because you can never trust anyone, especially in this day and age with everything's about technology, because everyone's spoiled. No one needs to depend on people, which is good, kind of good. I don't depend on anyone, but I have freedom. You know, I have freedom to go anywhere and do anything. But people in Paraguay, they depend on the girls, and that's all they have. You know, Paraguayan guys, they depend on them, so they have to control them in the little circles. So that's, yeah. Never depend on people, because they're all full of racism, bullshit, and their ignorance. But oh, I'm a Latino, you're this. I'm Italian, you're this. I'm Antarctica, whatever, you're this. I'm Russian, you're this. You get that everywhere, all around the world, and it's just so fucking ignorant. No one's free this day and age, especially with technology. It's just chained by Netflix, and everyone can just sit in their ass and just watch Netflix and not do anything, you know? That's it at the end of the day. Anyways, a waffle, so I'll do a tour of Sao Paulo in the next video, or 1% tour of the city. Anyways, later guys, just keep on being real.